This problem we're using tangents to solve for missing sides. So in this problem, a stick is 20 centimeters long and is tangent to a beach ball with a diameter of 30 centimeters. How far is the tip of the stick from the center of the ball? What this question is getting at, you have to imagine we have a stick that is tangent to the ball, which means it is 90 degrees and touches at exactly one point. In this case, the point on the left. And it also says that there is a diameter across the ball of 30 centimeters. I'll just have to move that up a hair. I missed my center. Perfect. All right, so let's start filling in right away what we know. We know this side of the stick is 20 centimeters. We know the diameter is 30 centimeters. Therefore, if we draw a radius, right, we go 30 divided by 2 is 15 centimeters. The question is asking how far is the tip of the stick from the center of the ball. You may think this tip here, right, which we know would be 15 centimeters away. However, it is much more likely the question is asking for this tip over here, since we know it has to do with tangents. So step one in solving this is constructing a right angle triangle and recognizing that the distance we are looking for is actually this one here. In the center of the ball, out here. Had it asked for the distance from the tip of the stick to part ways along, or the outside of the ball, we'd be looking for this distance in here. We'd still have to construct this right angle triangle. So in order to solve for that missing side, we recognize because we have a right angle triangle, or a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Again, it doesn't matter which side I pick for a or b, but side c always has to be my longest side. So I recognize in the triangle it's the side here. So now I just have to sub in what I do know. If I look above, I know I can call this side A and B. Well, A is 15, so 15 squared plus 20 squared is going to equal my c squared. Now it's just a matter of performing arithmetic. 15 squared is 15 times 15 is 225. 20 times 20 is 400 equals c squared. 225 plus 400 is 625. Now I just take the square root of both sides. Square root of both sides. C square root of 600 625 is 25. So therefore the basketball is 25 centimeters. Sorry, the center of the basketball is 25 centimeters from the center of the stick. Or sorry, from the end of the stick to the center of the basketball. It's 25 centimeters. From the edge of the basketball, had the question asked for that, well, we know this is 15. The whole length is 25. This must then be 10 centimeters. Next question talks about concentric circles. The big radius is 5 centimeters, and the small radius is 3 centimeters. How long is the chord that is drawn? So the chord is this chunk here in blue. So there's a neat property that we can do here. We know that the radius of the small one is 3. The radius of the big one is 5 centimeters. However, we can draw that radius anywhere we want. So we're going to draw it here to construct a triangle. And let's label that chord AB. Because that chord is tangent and in a concentric circle, it is cut exactly in half. So because AB is tangent and inside concentric circles, it is perpendicularly bisected by the radius of the smaller circle. So what does that mean? Quite simply, it means that we have a 90-degree corner there, which means we have a right triangle, and as such we can figure out this side length in here and simply double it to find the full length of the chord. Again, because we have a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. And I'm actually going to do it over here just so we don't run out of space. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Again, c has to be my longest side, and I recognize that's my 5. I'm going to make 3 my a side. My missing side will be my b side. So I recognize it's b I'm looking for, so I have to get b by itself. So I subtract a squared from both sides. That disappears. B squared equals c squared minus a squared. And I just start subbing in what I know. B squared equals the 5 squared minus the 3 squared. B squared equals 25 minus 9. B squared equals 16. Take the square root of both sides. B equals 4. However, AB is twice that length. AB is equal to twice the length of B, which is 2 times 4, which is 8.